Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin! Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. 1 zeros, 1 zeros. I don't know. I just can't seem to get it. First game up, Mugshots.
My name's Verity. I bust bad guys. You want to help? Come on in. We got 4 suspects pinned down. 3 of them are guilty. Listen to their stories and spot the mistakes. The ones that lie did the crime. Today, we're interviewing the 4 Horsemen gang. Seems 3 of them stole a penguin from the local zoo yesterday. Remember, only one of these mugs is telling the truth. The other 3 are lying. Let's start with Dean DeLuca.
Penguins? What am I gonna do with a penguin?
I'm wondering the same thing.
I'm a big Revolutionary War buff. I was in Philadelphia, and I had gone there to duplicate Paul Revere's famous ride. The horse, the costume, forget about it.
Why can't he just go to Florida like everybody else? What do you think? Did Revere live in Philadelphia? Let's move on to Gilbert Sullivan.
Yeah, I was at the zoo, but I wasn't anywhere near the penguins. I was over in the reptile house, teaching the otters to swim.
Are otters really reptiles? Speaking of reptiles, let's bring in Lewis Clark.
Why would I want a penguin?
Why, indeed.
Yesterday, I got back from a round-the-world trip. I visited all 7 continents and crossed all 5 oceans.
I guess that beats swimming with a bunch of otters. But are there that many continents and oceans? Let's move on to Roger Hammerstein.
Look, Verity, I'm innocent. Why, yesterday I was at the Science Museum. They were having a special exhibit on Thomas Edison, inventor of the fax machine, and a lot of other stuff.
Did Edison invent the fax machine? A light bulb went off in my head. Anyway, it's just like I figured. Each criminal all but confessed. Did you spot the mistakes?
I was in Philadelphia trying to duplicate Paul Revere's famous ride.
Paul Revere was in Boston on the fateful day, not Philadelphia. The only person DeLuca wants to take for a ride is me.
I was over in the reptile house, teaching the otters to swim.
I guess Sullivan doesn't know that an otter's a furry mammal and not a scaly reptile. Either way, I wouldn't want to be in his skin.
I was at a special exhibit on Thomas Edison, inventor of the fax machine.
Thomas Edison invented a lot of things, but not the fax machine. Hammerstein invented something too, his story.
I visited all 7 continents and crossed all 5 oceans.
Clark is straight dealing. There really are 7 continents and 5 oceans. It's good to see that not everybody has a thing for penguins.
More stuff. Work, work, work. Hey, folks, this game is edible.
get going. Your old pal Eddie Bull here at the exciting Walla Walla Washington Zoo. This week we're going to...
Eddie Bull, he's edible. He really is incredible. He's simply the best of the bunch. There's simply no disguising that he's so appetizing that we want him for our lunch.
Oh, man. Hey, when I got invited over for lunch, I had something else in mind. Oh, well, now that I'm here, can you figure out which animal just ate me? Whoa! Okay, everybody, here's your first clue. These animals pack close together by the thousands to keep from freezing to death. Their fathers incubate the eggs by carrying them around on top of their feet for 2 months. Easy, easy. Whoops. They get really nervous before going for a swim because they're afraid of leopard seals. Oh. Okay, here's the last clue. They're black and white and waddle all over. That's because they're penguins. That's it, penguins. Penguins, you see them? Which means they huddle together by the thousands, incubate eggs on their feet, stay away from those leopard seals, and slide around on the ice. Whee! Uh-oh. Looks like I'm going back the way I came.
Eddie Bull, he's edible. He really is incredible. And we want him for our lunch.
Come on, you buckets of bolts! What are you gonna give to me? Get the lid out! Look at that! Wow! Hey, you want one? Here, take this. Bye! Game time! Captain Bones!
Arr, ahoy, matey. Shiver me timbers. Yo ho ho. Look alive, ye lollygaggers. I'm the incredibly dead Captain Bones. I've been sailing the 7 seas for an eternity, and I'll tell ya, I'm a bored stiff. The only thing that saves me from going stark raving mad is making up math puzzles using nothing but me own bones. Now watch closely, and just do as I say, or I'll surprise the life out of ye. Just watch me bones. Let me show you what I mean. Now, you know that 1 and 1 don't come to 6, but there's a way to fix her up so she makes sense. And you can do it by moving only one of me bones. Can you see how? There ain't nothing to it. 7 minus 1 equals 6, you dog-paddling pansies. Got the idea now? Here's one for you to figure without me help. Does 18 minus 6 equal but 2? Course not. It equals 12. To fix me bones, you're to move only 1, just like I showed you not a moment ago. And hands off all me other bones, you land-lubbing lumps of life. You're to move 1 bone and change 2 other numbers. Speed is not your strong suit. What's taking you so long? Are you asking your kid sister for help? Yeah, here's a clue, which you're badly wanting. 18 is much too big a number. Another thing, only one side of the equation changes. The other stays just as she is. Here's a final hint. The 6 needs to get bigger, and the 18 needs to get smaller. You get me? Enough already. Here's the answer, you soft shoe-shuffling gladiolas. Arr, 10 minus 8 equals 2, as if you had a clue in the world. Why do I spend my time with ye? You can't solve me puzzles, and ye all got to be home in bed before dark. Arr.
Come on, you buckets of bolts! What are you gonna give to me? Get the let out! Ooh, look at that! Wow! Hey, you want one? Here, take this. Bye!
Ahoy, me land jamming friends! This here's Captain Bob with a different kind of cool running. I can't get back to my beautiful home in Jamaica cause I'm stuck in this tank. No worries, man. I got me Rasta sub and me dreads swinging to the music. Look at this.
Can you help Captain Bob? He's jamming in his sub.
Okay, here's the deal. Now I'm gonna show you 3 things. And you got to tell me what they all got in common. But you got to do it before the water runs out of my tank. Let's go, gang. We got to get jamming.
Use your eyes, use your brain before his crews go down the drain.
Like I said, we got 3 things. We got a baby, Count Dracula, and the vacuum. What do they all have in common? Quick, the level's dropping. A baby, Count Dracula, and the vacuum. We're almost at the bottom, man. Do you see it now? They're all things that suck, just like the drain in my tank. A baby sucks his bottle, Count Dracula sucks your blood, and the vacuum cleaner sucks up the dirt. Now this is fun. Next clue.
Before old Bob hits the bottom, find what these 3 got in common.
What's this now? The pages of a book, autumn leaves, and the car's steering wheel. Can you figure out what ties them all together? Think hard. The water's already running away. The pages of a book, autumn leaves, and the car's steering wheel. Hurry! That drain big lugging. Time's up, man. They're all things that turn, just like my Rasta sub. You can turn the pages of a book, the autumn leaves turn, and you can turn the steering wheel in your car, man. Well, that's it for today. Join me and me take next time for another round.
We have Captain Bob, now he's jamming in his sub.
Haunted house party.
Good evening, and welcome to Haunted House Party, where the ghouls and goblin festivity has just begun. I, Historical, as well as deceased guest of honor at tonight's Fright Affair is... Oh no, I think I'm dying again. You'll have to figure out who the mystery guest is yourself.
Oh, this is some party. Reminds me of the one I threw back at Independence Hall in Philly. Of course, everyone there was alive. Well, my good man, how are you this fine and dreary evening?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, my. Sorry, milady, I'm not wearing my bifocals, which I, of course, invented. Perhaps I might interest you in an evening's walk, as it's a beautiful night for kite flying.
You couldn't pay me enough to go out in a night like this.
What if I were to give you this $100 bill? It's got my picture on it.
Well, I do declare.
A declaration? Let me sign it immediately. Like the one I signed in 1776.
Who do you think you are?
Why, I'm...
Wait! Let's review the clues. He signed a famous declaration in 1776. He invented bifocals so people could see both near and far. He flew a kite into a lightning storm to attract electricity. And his face is on the $100 bill, even though he was never President of the United States. That's right, he's...
I'm Benjamin Franklin. Now, if you don't mind, the lady and I must get back to the party and boogie.
That's all for now. See you next time on the Haunted House Party.
What? Okay, right here, hold it.
That's right. It's time for Psycho Math. I gotta tell you, nothing feels better than that. Okay, here's how it works. I'll show you an equation, but instead of the usual numbers, you will be getting some pictures. You know what I'm talking about? Pictures. Then you figure out what numbers the pictures stand for and solve the problem. That's right, solve it. I know you can. Let's start with the number of fingers on a monkey's hand. Cute little fellow, isn't he? And then multiply it by a set of baby twins. Will somebody please do something about those crying babies? Now you add the number of legs a centipede is supposed to have. Now, got the answer? Okay, then take the 5 fingers on a monkey's hand. Multiplied by the not crying anymore twins of 2 babies. And then add it to the 100 legs from the centipede. Now, sometimes they have a lot more, but you children know centi in centipede means 100. And the answer is 110. 110. That's one mighty fine number. Hang on, because another one is coming at you. The number of hours on a clock. Plus the number of quarters in a dollar. Then, take away the number of points in a football field goal. What does it equal? I am talking to you. Okay, 12 hours on a clock's face. Plus 4 quarters. Minus a 3-point field goal equals 13. 13. You are one crazy number. Okay, one more. Because Professor Rocket's a busy, busy man. A dozen eggs. Ain't no funny business with the eggs. Subtract the number of continents in the world. That's right, it's Professor Rocket's world. Minus the number of wheels on a wheelbarrow. Now I know you can do it. Your time's up. A dozen eggs is 12. Minus 7 continents. Minus 1 wheelbarrow whale equals my old friend number 4. 4. You get it right? I know you did. Okay, that's it. I'm done with you. Professor Rocket is exhausted and his head keeps exploding. But that doesn't mean I won't be back, because I love you. And I love Psycho Man. Professor Rocket's out.
Watch your backs. Coming through, coming through. Game time in 10 seconds. Stand by for Lens McCracken.
I'm Lens McCracken, photo snoop. I cover the crime beat armed only with my camera and my smarts. Some say it's all camera and no smarts. To them I say, you Got it, baby. So come on in and sit down, kid. I'm just looking at my latest batch of photo clues, and I need your help figuring them out. Once we have the clues, watch in amazement as I use my unusual gift for deductive reasoning to solve the crime. It was a hot and sultry day. The Hawaiian luau party went wrong. In fact, it was a disaster. And that's why I call this case the case of the Hawaiian luau party disaster. Check out these photo clues and see what you get. Holy moly, I zoomed in way too close here. I'm all ears if you've got any ideas. How about even a kernel of an idea? This one really squashes me. Figuring this one out isn't as easy as catching flies, I tell you. You think you might know? Ouch, that's a prickly one. Although I can almost taste it, it's a sweet and juicy clue, all right. Take your time, Dollface, and study them all carefully. Okay, I'm not giving up until I get all of these. All right, let's try my darkroom computer, the Solutionator. So, here's the first close-up. Did you figure it out? It's a corn on the cob. Well, that was no picnic. What's the next photo? Yeah, I'd sure be crushed if I couldn't get it. A fly swatter. But I haven't squished the life out of this case yet. Let's take a bite out of this next one. So, here's the close-up. It's a pineapple. How tropical. I mean, typical. Well, the solution practically speaks for itself. Okay. A corn farmer from Iowa got a hankering for something sweet to eat. He decided he had to have a pineapple. His craving was so strong, he jumped on a plane and flew to Hawaii. While in Hawaii, he attended a luau party where he traded some of his ears of corn for the delicious pineapple. When they sliced open the pineapple, it attracted flies. The farmer tried to squash the flies with a fly swatter. And as he was waving the fly swatter around, the Hawaiian girls in the grass skirts thought it was a new dance. Everybody started doing the crazy new fly swatter dance, which scared the luau pig, who jumped out of his pen. Then the pig tackled the Hawaiian girl dancer and, wearing a grass skirt, ran away. And as everybody knows, you can't have a luau party without a luau pig. So that's why the party was a disaster. Come on, that wasn't hard, that was easy. Easy, that is, if you're the crime-fighting genius, Lens McCracken, Photo Snoop.
That was cool. Let's play another. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to play 10 seconds, where you've got to read between the lines and think up the answers before time runs out. So now you know how to play, you're on your own. You got 10 seconds. The answer is head over heels. Next one. The answer is right between the eyes. What's next? Did you get it? It's feeling under the weather. You got 10 more seconds to get the next one. The answer is turning over a new leaf. Hey! Well, that's it for now. So keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds until it's once more time to play 10 seconds.
It's time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
Okay, 12 hours on a clock's face. Plus 4 quarters. Minus a 3-point field goal equals 13! 13!
He signed a famous declaration in 1776. He flew a kite into a lightning storm to attract electricity, and his face is on the $100 bill. He's...
I'm Benjamin Franklin.
We got a politician, a river, and a sprinter. They're all things that run. Ain't that grand?
I visited all 7 continents and crossed all 5 oceans.
There really are 7 continents and 5 oceans. It's good to see that not everybody has a thing for penguins.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time.